All right, standing outside rental property number 14. I bought this about 4 years ago for $134,000. It's probably worth $260 to $280 now. If it was in really good shape. It does need some work, and I'll show you that. We just had the tenants move out because we're planning to 1031 exchange it into a large commercial property. So we'll talk about that. We'll show you this property and talk about its history a little bit and go from there. And this is, of course, Mark Ferguson with Invest for More. Have 20 rentals now, 13 residential and 7 commercial. So I love my commercial properties. I love my residential too, but the commercial ones have done probably better than the residential overall. This one, like I said, we bought for $134. It was a foreclosure in 2015. It was rental property number 14, and we have a before video on YouTube. I don't know if I did an after video. I wasn't as good at doing videos back then and paying attention to everything I was doing. But we do have a before video that shows what we did. But we painted, carpeted, didn't do a lot of major repairs, but quite a few minor ones. And you can see the tenants did not treat this very well. And I think they've been in here a year and a half, almost 2 years. Should turn the lights on. But you can see it was new carpet, new paint when they moved in. And most of my tenants do a good job, most of them. But sometimes you have some issues like that. You know, they had a $1,500 deposit because that's what the rent was. And they're probably going to be disappointed when they do not get any of that deposit back. And we'll show you why. Something to think about too, rentals versus flips. You can see the windows are very old. But since it's a rental, it really doesn't affect us renting it. You can see all this was done. They didn't clean very well. You know, it looks like the carpets may have been clean, but then there's leaves all over them, so I don't know. But anyway, if we're flipping this house, we definitely replace those windows, maybe even replace these doors. And now that we're going to do a 1031 exchange and sell the property, we probably will do those things as well. You know, some stuff was left here, not cleaned up. That, I don't know how that was done, but that's all messed up down there. The tenants also had the sewer back up in here one time or 2 times, and when we had it rooted, there was just like tons of rice and food just clogging up the drain. So I think they might have just been dumping food down the drain, which is good. You can see they messed up that door jamb there. And then these shelves weren't up there. They put those up. Left that stuff. Oh, sweet. Nice bra. And they broke the sink. So I don't know how they did that, but that was something they did. And this house looks kind of junky now. It did not look that junky when they moved in. You know, the cabinets were painted, which weren't amazing cabinets, but with fresh paint, they look pretty decent. And you can tell they got beat up pretty good. There's some holes in the floor. Out back, you know, they haven't been watering the grass, and I believe, I'm 90% sure we have a sprinkler system here. I have to double check. But there's one thing on all my residential rentals, we put a sprinkler system in, so the tenants won't let the grass die. But they're also behind on their water bill, so there's a good chance that they weren't using a sprinkler system either. And then this, of course, when you leave a rental, you do not leave all your stuff in it. You can charge them for getting rid of the piano, all the stuff they left, that comes out of their deposit. All right, in the basement, which is always the most fun to inspect in a rental when people move out, because that's where they usually do the most damage and leave all their stuff. It's not crazy bad, but they did put holes in the wall. You know, Nikki and I were just talking, my project manager. She's like, hey, I've never put a hole in the wall. How do so many tenants do that? And I had to admit, I have put a hole in the wall before, but it's on accident with my head. I think we were in college, and we had kind of like a step down into a hallway in the house we were renting. And one time, I think One of my buddies pushed me down the stairs because he thought it was funny, and my head went through the wall. So luckily it didn't hit a stud, it just went through the drywall. But we fixed it. When we did damage to a house, we actually fixed it, we didn't just leave it. Oh yeah, there's the sprinkler system right there, the controls. And yeah, this room, like the paint, they just really like messed up the walls pretty good. So this was newer carpet, even though it's two different kinds of carpet, which looks kind of stupid. Our carpet guy, we didn't quite have enough when we were redoing the carpet after the sewer backed up. And he said he had some extra stuff that looked similar. So we had him put that in. So I mean, it's not bad, it's not horrible. If we were gonna sell it, we're probably gonna paint it anyway and freshen it up as a rental. So that's not the end of the world. You know, you don't leave your couch down here. That's obviously gonna come out of the deposit. But you know, we'll have to do some extra work with the patches, cleaning up stuff. And then there's some other stuff too we'll probably have done anyway, like replacing the windows, things like that. Would have been nice to be able to keep the carpet, but I don't know if we can, because you can see that is like, it looks wet, but it's not. I think it's just purple paint all over the carpet. So that's probably not gonna come out. But overall, this property, I said I'd talk about it and I haven't talked about it. It's been a good rental. We bought it for $134. Probably spent $15,000 to $20,000 fixing it up. Rented it for $1,500 a month, pretty much from the get-go. Haven't had to do too much work, but a little more work on this one than some of our other rentals. And when we got a loan on it, it's 20% down loan at like 4.5% interest rate. So payments were pretty low, what, $600, $700? I'm not sure. I have to look it up. And now the house is worth $260 to $280, probably a $270 range if we get it fixed up decent. So not a bad investment overall, and we just bought it 4 years ago. So what we'll do is we'll 1031 exchange it. So we'll fix it up a little, sell it, and then take all the money we made from it, all the profit, cash, and use that to buy a new commercial property, which is in the $2 million range. We'll talk about that soon. Hopefully that deal goes through. We're still working on it. And I'm gonna hopefully exchange another rental as well into that commercial property too. So hopefully putting those two proceeds together, they left a giant metal box, is enough to cover my entire down payment and then some for the new commercial property, which I'm actually partnering with another person on. So it would be 25% down, but I don't have to come up with that entire 25% myself because I have the partner. So that's the plan with this one. Hopefully we can get in here pretty quick, make it pretty decent, and get it listed. If for some reason the commercial deal doesn't go through, maybe we would rent it again, maybe not, we'll see. I have another rental that's one street over that direction. And if you ever see my trashed rental property, number 8, I think, if you search for it, I'll try and link to it too. That's in the same neighborhood. So we haven't had amazing luck with rentals in this particular neighborhood. So that's one reason why I'm 1031 exchanging this one. And because I had a lot of equity in it, a lot of cash we can exchange out. So that's the property. We'll do a video once we fix it up a little bit, show you what it looks like then, and give you more information on the 1031 exchange if that's going through as well, and all that good stuff. All right, thanks for watching. If you guys have any comments, questions, please leave them below. We appreciate the thumbs up and the subscribers as well. And if you have any questions for me, I'll try to answer them, and we'll be back soon.